Triple Snake, what the fuck? Pro Tour draft number 2 recap. Welcome in, much love here. This was my second draft at Pro Tour Aether Revolt, which just wrapped up. And this was one of the most insane decks, perhaps the best deck I've ever had. Not quite good enough for 3-0, so we'll talk about how this could have even been better. Could have played a little bit better. 2-0-1, so I went 2-1 plus 2-0-1 plus the 6-0. I'm right now 10-1-1 in draft on the Pro Tour on the year, so I'm right under pole position for Draft Master Worlds. And this was just an insane deck, so let me walk you through it. I had Jacob Wilson on my left and Frank Karsten on my right. Frank Karsten from Channel Fireball. I read his articles to prepare for this stuff. I opened Snake, which is one of my favorite, it's just ridiculous, one of my favorite cards in Limited, and got Pat because it's just the synergy black-green deck is where you want to be. Second picked Leopard, I think, or maybe a Prey Upon. And at this point, I just wanted to cut green as much as possible and black. I didn't want people downstream thinking about it. I maybe had a mispick that could have cost me a lot. I took Aether over another Prey Upon. I think it's better, but I really wanted to cut green. This tabled, and it was looking good after pack 1. Pack 2, I got past a Bandar too. Pack 2, I open a Bandar, I think, which is perfect. It's so good with Snake. And then Jacob passes me a Snake. And then he passes me another Snake. And then he passes me a Rishkar, and at this point I'm like, holy shit, how is this even possible? This is ridiculous. How do I can definitely 3-0, like I can 3-0 out of this, and then I'll be able to spike the, I'll be in decent position going back into Constructed. So a few more interesting picks after that happens. Well, first of all, obviously I got lucky, but I think the people downstream just fucked up. I think the better shape you are, the better mental and physical shape you are, the more you can take advantage of other people fucking up. There's no way I should have got Rishkar 5th pick or whatever, right? That's not luck. That's the people on the table not having prepared as well physically for me. I believe that. Maybe I'm wrong. Obviously there is an element of luck, but just that someone fucked up at the table. I only opened one of these, right? Pack 2 I opened Copter, which is perfect. And I had an interesting pick where I took Unlicensed Disintegration over a Lawless Broker I wanted, because this is the second Unlicensed, because I thought I would have to play against the double Unlicensed deck and didn't want to lose to it. And the Lawless Broker tabled. Everything was tabling. The B tabled, which is crazy. So I picked this. I picked the second Bandar over a Rishkar's Expertise, which is a great rare, but you just want this. So I was thinking, like, how can I lose? Mana Screw, Mana Flood, I don't know. I showed some people the deck, and it's like, oh, it's insane. You can't lose. It's like, well, how could I lose? What could go wrong? And I thought Flood is maybe the way, or maybe Screw. I played 8 Forests, 8 Swamps, and a Tune. Round 1, I don't draw any snakes, and I just crushed my opponent in 5 minutes. He had a kind of a poor red-white deck, and I curved out. Round 2 is very interesting. Game 1, I don't remember, but I remember that I won. Game 2, I remember I drew a Snake in Essence and a Die Young as my only spells and was drawing tons of lands. And I used my Essence Extraction, my Die Young on kind of irrelevant creatures, and he played a Quicksmith Rebel and a Merchant's Dockhand as blue rares to pull ahead. If I had saved these, I would have won. Maybe. That game went super long. I drew top deck 2 more Snakes, but never drew a +1 counter. Oh, so unlucky, but if I had killed his draw spells, it could have been a stall, and I might have eventually top decked out. Game 3, I was very flooded, though. Game 3, I was again very flooded. He had Baral's Expertise, Greater Harvester as well in this game. Very, very tough game. And I'm trying to remember. I remember that I was very flooded, but I played too many lands. I'll talk about why we should be going to 15 lands in Limited. What's up? My teammates want to go to dinner. We'll go to dinner as soon as this is done. Yeah. What's up, Arna?
Yeah. We're going to have dinner?
Yeah, we'll go. I want to finish recapping this.
Okay.
I'm on round 2 right now. There's 1 round left.
Okay.
Right.
Sure.
We'll go. Round 2, game 3. There was an interesting play where I had to choose between Snake, I had to choose between Handicraft, and I had to choose between I had to choose between Snake and Handicraft or Snake and Broker as my only cards. I chose Snake and Broker. I think Handicraft might have been better, so I could have played better because I was attacking with everything, and then he brawled. And then it was Drago back and forth. Stall out. I was drawing a bunch of lands. He was drawing a bunch of lands. Eventually, it went to time, and he was going to kill me on turn 7. So how could this deck lose? Flood. 16 lands, a tune is too many. We're going to talk about why that is. And why I think 15 is the way to go. I heard some people were playing 15. I'm about ready to start doing that because, again, draft number 1, I was flooding, and round 3, I cut the 16th land for a creature, and I top decked that creature to win the match. So I think 15 is the way to go. Round 3, I open on 5 lands, a tune with the other Copter. Who would keep that hand? Post in the comments if you would keep, or mulligan. I chose to keep. I didn't draw, I drew another land, and then I drew a 4-drop, but it was still enough. The Copter got killed, but it was enough. After that point, I cut the Attune. So basically the issue here is 16 lands, there's no mana sinks, there's Verdant, and there's Copter to fix, and there's Handicraft. But my curve, I could be stuck on 2 lands and win, right? I only need a 3rd land to win. Why am I playing so many? I could play 14 lands. I only need to draw 2 to win. With the way the curves of these limited decks are, if I'm going to be playing 16 plus an Attune, I should definitely be playing this card, right? I should definitely be playing, I had so many playables in the board. Mispick, I took this over Destroy Target Artifact, and maybe if I had that, I could have blown up Greater Harvester, this card, etc. So, I side up the Attune, ended up being nice. Very, very close game 2 and game 3. I ended up losing game 2. Where I could have won against a really scary deck that had 4 of the 3-drop that sacrifice and had a bunch of hijack and wrangle to take my creatures and sack them off. So I didn't kill his sack outlet when I had the chance, and I paid the price. He ended up taking all my stuff and making me sack him as I flooded, right? But again, like, that's under our control. I should have more mana sinks. I should have fewer lands. It's not that I'm like taking too much control. This is not a 17 mana deck. It's just not, right? This should have... sorry that I turned it over, the computer, for those of you who are watching on your phone or whatever. You're in better shape. So if I'm doing curves like this, I'm going to start playing 15 lands. This is just too many. This should definitely go, but that's still too many, I think. Tell me what you think in the comments. I'm 10-1-1. I want to do better in draft. We'll see what the next format is like, but I think like always play 17 is definitely wrong because it's 16, and I've been hearing other people play 15. I think they're right. So that's the deck. Again, got lucky, but the table fucked up, and I was prepared to take advantage. This is the deck that I wanted to draft. I still finished 2-0-1, 4-1-1, which is a very good record. Hope you find this useful. Had decent mix of tricks. Some decent sideboard cards. And that's the draft. That's the recap. So, hope you found that useful. If you play limited or whatever. If you don't, you think it's a boring video, I'm sorry. But let me know what you think in the comments, and if you'd keep that hand. YOLO. Now we're about to go eat dinner, help out our teammate Donald Smith prepare for his top 4 match, which is really, really cool. And I'm going to be traveling to Europe for a bit, taking a little bit of break from Magic, but not from YouTube. And in 1 month, I'll be back and playing my next tournament. So I think tournament a month is kind of the max for me. But I'm going to do that till I wrap up Gold Pro. So I'm going for gold. Baby, much love, peace, see ya at dinner.